Content warning. This is a horror game, and it is not intended for all audiences. Slay the Princess contains flickering image effects as well as a parallax effect that on rare occasions has caused motion sickness in players. If either of these cause health issues for you, you can disable them in the game's preferences. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings, there are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. Hello to all my fellow procrastinators and welcome to Slay the Princess. I'm Edge from Decidedly Distracted, here joined by myself. A bit of a change from recent upload content. I got this game when it went on sale about, I want to say a month ago or so. And I've been meaning to get around to playing it, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to tackle this myself or if I wanted to possibly bring anyone else on. From what I asked a few people. One, it's a horror game, so G1 more often than not would not have joined. Another friend of mine, Luna, already has seen the game, so all things considered, that wouldn't be as big of a perspective shift for that. So I'm here on my own for this. But thankfully, I won't be fully on my own, I think. I don't know a lot about this game. I've seen maybe... Okay, hi there. Good to see you. I'm going... preferences, thanks. Get out of my face. Cool, so if I leave it sitting for long enough, the bad vibes start. Oh my god, why am I doing this on my own? Oh no. Alright, full screen display, parallax effect on. I'm just gonna leave stuff on. We'll see how things go. Okay, so new game. Chapter 1. The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
And this is what I mean by I'm not really on my own. Everything is already voice acted, to the extent I have choices of dialogue, but it means that there's not as much reason to have more than one person to also come around with. Also, I get to banter to the people that can't really hear me, so, I mean, that'll be a thing.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Ignore the volume popping up. Explore the end of the world. What are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do this? Forget it, I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Do I get some kind of reward for doing this? Oh, okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet, I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolution. Silently continue to the cabin, turn around, and leave. What are
I'm
you
talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Okay, it's not what I meant by the end of the world. I mean, how can a princess locked away in a basement end the world? If you don't tell me why she's dangerous, I'm not going to kill her. Do you have any evidence to back this up? Have you considered that maybe blah blah blah? Yep, all those are other options. End the world.
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Okay, that feels like some pretty specific stuff I should know, though. Like, do you have any evidence to back this up?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task?
I don't know, walking.
You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
And it was because she's locked up. Killing her seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it? Look, I'll go to the cabin and talk to her. If she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committed to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face. Okay, I'm sold. Let's get this over with. Okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Maybe I'll slay
I guess
her.
we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, She could easily trap you in her web of lies, and the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. Then each and every one of us is doomed.
Cool.
So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
I suppose I will. I always wanted to do the world.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Cool. Yes, honestly, this is kind of nice.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Glad to see that I'm crazy.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Okay, it's the only option. Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
$300,000 on Zillow. That's how much this retail area is set up to probably be posted. I don't know what I'm talking about. I've never once been on Zillow to look it up. It's a pristine blade.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
If I was going to go kill a princess, why would I not already bring a sword with me? Hell, if there was one left here, why would someone not have already, Explore, take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
To the basement we go.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Assuming that we can't get her out, in which case, yes, that would probably be a fate better or worse to possibly if she's, like, for one thing, would she not have just died of starvation? How long has she been down here for? Like,
her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
No.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
What, like you're doing right now? No offense, narrator, but I don't exactly trust you. Just gonna continue
Good.
downstairs.
You're still listening to reason.
No, I never said... Yes, my internal reason.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
So are we gonna talk about how this one is broken, or halfway?
She's
No?
so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Okay, stop. You, stop talking, because clearly... Again, hi, the voice of the hero, cool. Glad to have your input. I'm glad to have the narrator's input. But, like...
Focus on the task at hand.
I don't...
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
I haven't what? No way. Why would you... No way! Why would you even think that? Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you. Nuh-uh. What the fuck do you mean, nuh-uh? I haven't decided yet. I'm just here to talk. I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out.
Or we could just talk things out and not drop the blade.
Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
I don't even get the choice of whether or not to talk without dropping it. Game. You people.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Cool.
Thank you.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Is that what you think this is? Are you coming on to me? How would I get you out of here? Because you're supposed to end the world. It's people here think you're gonna end the world. What do you have to say to that? What's your name? I'm down here. Here because you're. What do you have to say about that?
Don't just tell her that.
What the what else am I supposed to fucking say?
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
What am I gonna do if I let you out of here? I've been told enough. I was hoping you'd tell me no, but I'm sure the others could for shoot for me. No, and if I'm being honest, I'm trying to trust them. Fuck you, narrator.
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart. Hopefully sooner.
If you could just give me a straight answer. It doesn't...
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We could figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
Know what to do.
Fine. What do you want to know?
How long have you been down here?
Too long.
That...
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
What do I look like, a fae?
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
Really? Are you coming on to me?
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
Yeah, acquaintance. How would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right?
I mean, she's let out, and then she bleeds to death.
She is. I'm sure of it.
Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
I really don't! I know why you say I'm here, but like... I don't trust this. God, I don't trust this. Fine. Well, it's... Earlier it said each path. And I've seen a little bit, so I know that this does kind of it sort of loops back in. I don't know. Screw it. As the name suggests for the name, roll credits.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through.
Why is my hand like that?
A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured. Holy shit, that hurts!
No shit!
Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around.
Yeah, no, giving up now, just judging on everything, is not giving up? No. That's just, alright, well, you tried killing me. I'm gonna kill you now. That's even worse.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either.
What is up with my hand? Can we...
Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now.
Oh, yeah, I mean...
Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
The two of you fall to the floor.
This was fun.
That's concerning.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
What? Chapter 2, The Adversary.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Okay, so
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
So I knew this was about to be a thing that happened, but...
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I don't know what's about to happen. I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu.
A terrible sense of deja vu? No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. That's fine. It doesn't matter if he can hear us. The only thing that matters is marching up to that cabin and winning.
I'm sorry?
That's the spirit. There's no point in squabbling when the real threat is just up that hill.
Voice of the stub? All right. Let's just catch them all, I guess.
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. Like I said, we've just met for the first time, you and I.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth. And all this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. We did our best with the information we were given, and we did kill her, and yet you still died, didn't you? So congratulations, you've been given another chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
I don't like that.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We killed the princess killed us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Yeah, I agree with the voice of the hero.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back
Oh my
here.
God.
Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
I don't like this. My head hurts. Or, well, it doesn't, because I understand the concepts pretty well enough, but,
Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left? Ugh, enough with the talking. We've got a fight to win. Nothing else matters. I couldn't agree more. The cabin and your destined confrontation with the princess awaits.
Let's talk about this, princess.
Just be quick about it.
To quote you from last time around, she's just a princess. Why was she strong enough to beat me to death with her bare hands?
She is just a princess. Whatever you think happened to you last time, just get it out of your head before you get to the cabin, and you'll be fine.
Jesus. Ugh. Who locked her in that basement? What is this
People
place?
locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things. Oh, this is maddening. Why do you keep asking questions?
Because I'm stubborn about that!
There's nothing wrong with getting the full picture of what's going on here.
Thank you!
Sure there is. It's wasting time and energy that would be better spent fighting.
Okay, the voice of the stubborn... You are the voice of the battle maniac. Why wouldn't they slay her? What is flying on me? That's... Why is this falling on me?
I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are. Oh, I didn't know we were special.
I'm sorry, do we want to look back at what our arm looked like? Sure, that's decently enough what I would say. Ooh, that looks special.
Yeah, I like the sound of that. Of course you're special. Why else would you be here?
Okay, and that's just manipulative. Me and Keiji, what aren't you telling me?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. What else would we even need to know? We've got all the reason we need for a rematch. Exactly. The less you know about her, the better.
Alright.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Head to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
Yeah, I mean, pocket sand, but...
Are you sure about that? The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice.
Fair.
The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear? Crystal, let's just get on with it already.
Jesus Christ, stubborn.
The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
2 million on Zillow for this abstract horror we see before us. I don't
See?
know.
Even the cabin has the right idea. Let's get moving.
Also, no. What the hell happened to the cabin?
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Oh, cabin is different than last time.
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. The world is depending on you. You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Yeah, ridiculous is a word I would choose to use for all of this.
But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone, so all of us can stop arguing about it and get to fighting.
Alright, blade.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulfuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
Oh no.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening. Good. Sounds like my kind of princess. As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall.
Do we want to bring up the all of this?
Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. And you brought your little knife, too. Yes.
Oh no.
I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
Hey, Stubborn, you want to tag in? Hi! Hope you heard all that, Mr. Narrator. This is a lot different than last time, but last time definitely happened!
Okay, fine. Let's say for a moment I believe you. For all we know, whatever happened to you last time was just a fluke, and beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember what happened last time. Are you okay? Of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die.
You look different.
You look exactly the same.
That's concerning, but fair enough. So you do remember me?
Oh, I remember you all right. Best 3 minutes of my life. So, why don't we do it again?
Jesus, that's sad.
See? She wants to fight us again. There's no reason for us to stand around talking.
Fair enough. I mean, we're kind of locked in now, so... I mean, we're not really, but it feels like we're locked in, so screw it. Yeet.
Finally ready to complete your destined task, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards the princess. Here we go. Let's make this count. Oh, we'll make it count, all right. As you bridge the gap, your blade slashes across the princess's chest, splitting skin and drawing a jagged line of bright red blood.
That fist is going directly into my face. Yup.
She's unfazed by your onslaught. Her expression barely changes as her fist collides with your ribs, cracking them like twigs and driving you right back down to the basement floor. You can hear her chains snap as you struggle to recover from the impact. She almost looks disappointed in us. Why is she disappointed in us?
Oh, you don't actually get it, do you? That knife may be sharp, but you clearly don't want to kill me. It's not fun if you hesitate. It's not fun if you try to trick me and make me bleed out. It's only fun if you go straight for the heart. You need to put everything you have into seeing me dead. Or what's the point? So don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. Kill me.
Don't let her get in your head. Reincarnation or not, this world needs you to win.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
She's huge, but that probably means she's slower than us. Take it slow, think it through, and don't panic. Bleeding her out is our best course of action. Don't listen to them. She understands something that they don't. The only way to win, the only way out of this is through her.
Go for the heart. We're going for the heart.
If that's your plan, then that's your plan. Push off the ground, ignoring the pain in your ribs as you charge at the princess once more. You can feel flesh give way before a sudden impact blunts your momentum, your weapon tightly lodged in the bone of her arm. She grins at you from behind her guard. Pull it out. We'll try a different angle.
Yeah, about that.
No, we can do this. Just keep pushing. We're not gonna win if our weapon's stuck in her arm.
What do you mean, keep pushing?
The princess's grin widens as the two of you push against each other, her fiery eyes and masochistic glee practically lighting up the dreary cave.
Yes. You finally get it, don't you?
No.
Yes, you're right. We don't even need to talk about it.
Jesus. Oh
Your
my.
balance is suddenly thrown off as the princess pulls you into her knee.
Yep, there we go.
It collides with your ribs, and you feel them splinter, cracking like wet wood from the impact. We're fine! But you barely have enough time to notice before the princess follows up and smashes her forehead against yours.
Are we still fine?
Your grip loosens from the impact, the blade still wedged in her arm as you tumble to the cold stone floor. I said we're fine. I didn't say you weren't fine. I was just describing what happened.
Jesus. Okay, stubborn. Glad to see your adrenaline is still running.
You might not have said as much, but you certainly implied it. It really doesn't matter. The princess glances down at the blade embedded in her arm, and with near total ignorance to pain, slides it out of its sinewy prison.
You forgot this.
Ah, thanks.
She tosses it at your feet.
Okay. Well, here we go.
You and the princess attack each other once again, each of you dealing a single, terrible, lethal blow.
Oh, cool. My throat.
Wait, does that mean we're dead? Or rather, about to be dead. As your blade pierces her sternum, the princess buries her fist into the soft meat of your organs. You feel a few horrifically painful pops, a gush of fluid, and it's over. It's finally over. No, it's not. We're just getting started. But it is over. Dead is dead. I know this isn't the happiest ending for you, but you saved the entire world from ruin. There are few better endings than that. Well, are you going to listen to him? Or are you going to listen to me? Get up.
Oh, I don't have the option otherwise.
Wait, no, that can't be right. Your eyes bolt open and you push yourself back to your feet. Alive.
Adrenaline is a hell of a drug.
Ha! I told you this wasn't over.
What about her? The blade went right through her heart.
Yeah.
What about her? If we're fine, then she's fine.
No, she's dead. She has to be... No!
Right. We're all shit out of luck, aren't we? I knew it. I told you we should all believe in her. This is perfect.
You good, man? You...
The princess rises from the ground, staggering slightly, one hand wrapped around the hilt of the blade still buried in her heart.
We don't even need to start over anymore, do we? Let's go again.
Oh, God.
She pulls the weapon from her chest, barely wincing, and hurls it at your feet.
You know what to do. Again.
But she came back. What's the point of fighting her if she can just do that?
I mean, the heart's an option, but, like, we could just, like, decapitate, maybe, or something along those lines. Hell, like, right through the top of the head.
All of you need to settle down. This whole situation is coming dangerously close to untethering. She clearly never actually died. You just missed her heart, that's all. Oh, we just missed her heart? Oh, of course, that's all. You were the one who said we hit her heart. You were the one who said it was finally over. Well, I guess I had it wrong. You guess you had it wrong? Aren't you supposed to know everything? I never said I knew everything.
Close to untethering, what's that supposed to mean?
It means nothing. I shouldn't have said that. You did say it, so it means something.
Oh, stop bickering over nothing. Our destiny is right in front of us. Pick up the blade and go to her.
Okay, fine. That is what I meant by untethering. Do you hear him rambling on about destiny? He's lost the thread, and if you lose the thread, you won't be able to save the world. And what is that supposed to mean? I don't have to answer that, and I'm not going to answer that. Why the bloody hell not? Because right now, there's still a razor-thin chance that you're able to get your act together. There are patterns of thought out there that beg to be finished, but once you finish them, that's it. They change everything. There's no going back, and if I say anything else, you're going to finish one of those thoughts. What?
Princess can't die, the princess can't die, the princess can't die. I mean, like, the princess can't die, don't you? You mean, like, the princess can't die, don't you? Well, it's too late for that. I think we've all thought that one. I gotta say the princess can't die, I'm not even gonna think it. Oh. Princess can't die, don't you? Well, it's too late for that. I think we've all thought that one.
Yes.
That which cannot die,
Exactly.
cannot die,
Like,
cannot die, cannot die,
Princess can't die. I tried, you know. I tried very hard to make this work. I don't like that resignation. Are you sure we can't just unthink it? Yes. Like I said, I'm afraid some thoughts can't be unthought.
Oh.
I'll be back in a moment. I'm going to pour myself a stiff drink. If I'm going to see the end of everything, I'd rather not be sober.
So I was right. Why are all of you so glum? This is perfect, isn't it? We get to experience greatness and battle and triumph forever.
Well, I think it was the stubborn one who said, your destiny awaits, right?
Jesus.
No, hold on. There has to be another way. What if we just leave her down here? What if we run away? What if we convince her not to end the world?
Or fate's worse than death. Again, can't do much, is just ahead, presumably.
You can't reason with her. Ending the world is her fundamental nature. It's not a decision she can flip on and off. It is her. And what exactly can't we leave her down here? Because all it would do is stall the inevitable. And what's wrong with stalling? Oh, there's plenty wrong with stalling. The end is still the end, and I'd rather face mine head on.
Says the narrator, going to pour themselves a stiff drink.
Oh, you mopey ass. Why did you even ask us to slay her if it was going to end like this? Because it didn't have to end like this. If you don't mind, I'd rather not spend everyone's last moments arguing with you.
It's time.
Yes, I suppose it is.
If we fight her forever, then maybe she can't end the world. Maybe everything can still work out.
I guess we'll just have to see how things play out.
Yeah,
Don't you get it? You don't have to shuffle your feet. What comes next is going to last forever.
join your adversary.
With an unbreakable determination, you snatch the blade from the floor and stumble back to your feet. Both you and the princess quake with adrenaline as your eyes lock across the basement floor and share a knowing look. Free from hesitation, you close the distance, both you and the princess aiming to end each other. Your blade digs into her neck, grinding against her vertebrae as her fist connects with your body. The impact forces the air from your lungs, stars dancing in front of your eyes as you fail to keep your bearing. You both collapse to the ground before either of you has a chance to survey the damage.
And then we get up.
Yes. And then you get up.
That was a good one. More.
Slay the princess.
You and the princess exchange dozens of devastating blows. Sometimes you manage to
my
strike
God.
first, and sometimes she tears through you before you have a chance to act. But more often than not, each of you fells the other in the same moment. And then you get up and do it again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again.
We're all still here. This is all gonna be okay. Isn't it? Isn't it?
But he doesn't answer the voice. He's gone.
What are you waiting for? I'm right here. Do you think this is...
What is this place?
Did we do this?
Huh. I didn't think we had it in us. But I guess that stuck-up control freak was right.
It's the end of the world, isn't it? It's the end of everything.
Far from it. We're still here. And she's still here too.
Princess stumbles and her body slumps.
I feel so tired.
We ended the world, didn't we? Everything is gone. Oh, what? You do not have an opportunity to respond. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her stead.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I don't know where she went. I don't know how we'd even go looking for her.
You're right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing.
It's like it's mocking us.
What, are we gonna punch the mirror now? Narrator is gone.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
Why? I never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels... I don't know. Final.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
Oh, you approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
Voices feel small, distant as you approach. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. Oh, it's you! Oh, that... Oh, that's terrifying to look at. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. See to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her. What is happening?
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Huh? What are you? The gift of a fragile vessel? Is this the end of the world? Let her out of there. Do you know the narrator? Are you here to... Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here? Do you know about the worlds beyond this place? Are you the princess? Do we know each other? What happens now? Attack the enemy to destroy your body. What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
I don't know what I am.
I think that you are like me.
Huh?
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
The gift of a fragile vessel.
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one yearns to grow and struggle. Even now I feel a will pushing against mine, not realizing that we are one. She will make for a fierce heart. Do not mourn her. We will provide her with the growth she fought for.
Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known.
That's sad.
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Wait, was that, when I said that's sad, was that a diss at myself accidentally? Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Okay, why? Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Okay, chicken and egg shit. Got it. Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you? How much will I forget? How many more pieces of you do I have to find? And what if I don't let you do this to me? I was sent to slay the Prince Stopper from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
Okay, yes, but are you going to do that? What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Okay, how much will I forget?
Everything. Until we meet again.
Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
Okay. Make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Fierce vessel, bring the adversary to her. Chapter 1, the hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods,
The real
at
Slay
the
the
end of
Princess
that
starts
path
here.
is
You'll
a
know it when
cabin.
you see it.
and in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay, well then. I think that's a good place to end off this first episode. Okay, this is definitely a thing. Well, thank you all so much for watching the first episode of Slay the Princess. Next time, I don't know what path we're taking next time, but we'll see. But either way, we have a journey stretching out before us now. Alright, I will see you all then. Jana!